You know, it really goes without saying that Subaru's not having a good day, or good week, month, years even. You know, he's been stabbed and sliced up several times, having to watch those around him fall into utter despair and chaos. And that's without mentioning the fact that he's just been incarcerated for... Actually, I can't remember how long. And that is compounded by the knowledge that he's just spent several days not being able to do anything, despite knowing that danger is very much alive in the mansion. And everywhere else, really, but still. Can he actually do anything to change the course of events? What exactly does Beatrice know? Are we going to find out? I think Otto needs a bit more recognition as being quite good here. The fact that he snuck in and liberated him. Using her own initiative. Nice. Oh. Otto was the best of a bad situation. But that does mean that Roswell somewhat knew that Subaru was going through something. Obviously, after disappearing, but still. What is he planning? Interesting. I mean, he's already tried the run to the mansion plan once. The good thing about Subaru's condition is that he can try many avenues to explore the possible solutions. I'm surprised he hasn't got completely disjointed from reality after seeing everything that he has so far. I think there's only so many times you can see your loved ones die and perish in front of you, and still at least retain some rationality. I don't think Subaru gets enough credit for that, really. And when's the next tea party with Echidna? Yeah, this is a pressing matter. Time is of the issue. I would like if there was a light on at least, because the scene is quite dark. Good, without hiding anything. Do you have follow-up questions as well, depending on what he responds with? You said you'd answer, not reply with a question. Yeah, but at the same time, you know, the witch cultists have done a lot. You're fleeting with an answer here, Roswell. Are you saying that it's something that could be mistaken for a gospel but isn't? Okay, that's given a good bit of hope to him, but what is it? And what is she? Actually, it's not written in the book, so she doesn't know if it's a. That does explain quite a bit. Hmm. So the witch cultist books are just an offshoot of hers, of which there are only two in the world. So where's the other one? More like a, a certain phrase. That sounds like something Subaru would say in normal conversation anyway. Hmm. Everything. More contracts inbound. What are the terms for all of these? He will. And Roswell might not understand the reason behind the punch, but. Make it a good one. Yeah, but his methods may be confusing. We should all praise Patricia too much. Well, not. We need to praise her more. Give her a good bowl of food as a gift and present. She's been a good dragon mount. Was there a limit to how much she was told to help? Someone's going to have to run. And someone's going to have to stand back to hold off Garth. Any particular reason why he's all. Well, other than seeing that Subaru escaped and is now standing out in the open, any reason why he's all big glowy? So it's in everyone's best interest. Uh, do you really think it's a good idea to be asking something that could be easily making him angry? Well, singularly. He doesn't look like he's messing around. Don't mention twisting and breaking when talking about the Rem and Ram sisters. I think this is past the point where he cares how Roswell feels. Not entirely wrong, though. But there is bigger plans. And what does Garth know of Roswell and his plans? Yep. Run. Now, Ram herself is quite strong, but we've seen both of them be overpowered several times. So you've got a trick up your sleeve? You've got friends in the forest. Everyone. Unfortunately, there's not much they can do to hold anyone back, other than just light the way. Maybe if you hadn't have stopped to have a little chin wag, you'd be a few more meters ahead. Yeah, they really stalled them. A tad bit bigger than Frederica's transformation. It's like a smaller, stripier puck. Smacking him on the nose, telling him he's been a bad kitty. This Otto. Add one to the counter. A lovely look of despair. Hopefully. You see, it's odd when you're hoping for it to be a reset. But still, what do all those resets really mean? Is Patrice gonna actually steal him away? Yeah. Did you? No, trash. Whatever. Was that the barrier right there? Or was that... pretty? Um... Hopefully this doesn't mean it's the beginning of when Puck destroyed the world because Amelia went down. Either way, any other time and it would look alright. Is this another just not reality kind of witch illusion? Hello, little bunny. Don't get too close, though. I know my Monty Python. See? Was that the rabbit or something else? Hungry little fella. When did he lose his leg? Jesus Christ. Ah, that's when he lost his leg. Why are they all marked and tagged? Are they under control? Was that crawling inside of his flesh? That is gross. I'm actually glad that it just cut to nothing. True, things got a bit fucked, but I guess you've reset to a good point. Now just don't annoy Garth. Hey, Echidna. What was the qualification that got him here this time? Yeah, I could see that. I think that tea would actually be very, very useful for quite a few of us. I guess this could be useful. The fact that he's being able to have these kind of conversations and convince a witch to do stuff. Was she getting flustered because he was too close? I was about to ask, is that actually Echidna? But then she did act that kind of way when they first met. Is there at least some snacks as well as the tea? Probably much more than you know about yourself, Subaru. This isn't a Monogatari episode. You only know what you only know. Then it's someone that he can actually understand his return ability, and maybe a good place to try and question about it if she will answer. What's what's the worst that can happen? Ooh, the slowdown. Interesting. Do you really expect A, a witch to have the same reaction to other people when he mentions it? And B, isn't she dead anyway? So I guess actually being able to say it for once, would be incredibly freeing. Having something like that uh, being a burden on your shoulders. Have suffered over and over again, and like I said, having to keep it to himself. Other than just the cathartic release of actually finally being able to tell someone, can Echidna actually help? Give him some sort of advice? Does that mean she knows every rendition of reality when he failed? So, other than just the gaining the understanding of what's going on, being some pseudo therapist for him, what does she get from it? And the fact it ends like that. Just cut to black, roll credits. This was a big moment. A breakthrough, if you will. We don't really know much about Echidna, the Witch of Greed, other than, well, she appears quite lonely. Having someone to actually talk to must be quite nice, and every time she gets flustered is fun. But the association that we've been forced to feel about the witches as being some sort of menace to all of reality and beings that need to be feared. And since we're now having such a heart-to-heart with one of them, are the other remnants of the witches going to make their appearance? You know, if this was any other show, then this would be the big kind of power spike moment where Subaru gains that strength to take on the enemies. But Subaru's not that kind of protagonist. His abilities is really rallying those around him, rather than being the strength himself. But hey, apart from gaining another crippling trauma, he also got the information about Beatrice, which he was probably going to mention next time they meet and come into contact. Hopefully before a blade goes through his gut. But unfortunately, before we can get to that, you're going to have to wait. If you enjoyed this episode, please let me know before I start having some sort of breakdown as well. Leave a like on the video and preferably also a comment down below. If you want to make sure to not miss future episodes, subscribing to the channel would be greatly appreciated. And if nothing else, the trauma from being torn apart by thousands of horned rabbits being settled by drinking a nice cup of tea, I wonder what sort of man Subaru will be when he leaves the embrace of the Witch of Greed, now that he's spilled his heart. Hopefully you'll join me there. But get a rest. It needs to be said that my patrons are out here sacrificing themselves for me and my channel. Although luckily, it's not actually their lives they're laying down, just dignity. Which may actually be worse. So, to Sal, Raywin, Electric Ant, Denim 1997, Shiwan, Jennifer Rojas, Mecha, Stinsfire, Big Boy, Yuki Ali, Dark Shadow 7899, Shane Dunlop and everyone else. When you see a large tiger bounding for you, just run away.